What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and welcome to our episode 28 Outtakes video. Assuming that most of you saw the original episode, we were going with a Medusa-themed week, and more specifically focusing on incapacitation and exploit stuns. This led us to using 3 different teams, and one of them happened to feature Black Widow and Medusa. One of the agents that kept appearing on our very short practice list happened to feature this Deadlock team, and just watch what happens when we face them for the first time. First, Black Widow goes, and she gets a decent hit, then Deadpool attacks us, and Psylocke obliterates our agent. This is that moment when you know you've lost the fight. Seriously, I would have been happy with losing anyone besides my agent. Oh, and the troubles have just begun, because we do get a counterattack, but then they also get Deadpool and Psylocke once again, and Psylocke is a one-woman killing machine this battle. The only consolation is we do get a pretty decent splitting hairs hit, and we end up knocking out the enemy agent. Then the rest of this fight is a testament to Medusa's resiliency, because she definitely lasts a lot longer than my agent and Black Widow. But let's be honest, they weren't that hard to beat. Well anyways, I guess we'll take this opportunity to use our level 9 Bad Hair Day. This attack does apply Mangle and Constricted, but I have a feeling that it's not going to matter. The only cool thing about this attack is, once again we're going to see how tough she can be when Deadpool counterattacks and he only does a few thousand damage, and then Psylocke does her normal attack and she barely can hurt her as well. And you know this team has plenty of attack power since we already witnessed it in full force. The only question that remains is, can Medusa pull this one out all by herself? This is an outtakes video, so you never know what you're going to get. It could be an epic win that really didn't showcase the team, or it could end up being an epic fail. Well, this one, I think it's pretty well known by now, after we end up taking a stun, and we only have 837 HP left. So for those of you who wanted to see what an occasional loss looks like, well, this is it. And you know what's funny about this one is one item could have changed the outcome altogether. All you needed was a Raft Shank to stop some of those follow-up attacks, or the Hand of Apocalypse, but maybe in that case, since my agent was killed, I wouldn't have got to use it. But normally that's going to be Deadpool's Bane, because it does a huge amount of damage to him, and leads to some really epic overkills. Okay, and just in case you didn't get enough of that team up, it's going to be our other outtake fight as well. However, this time we're using Skirn. Right away Medusa gets the first attack, and we use Splitting Hairs on the enemy agent. Deadpool of course goes after the Infiltrator, and he gets a follow-up. And by the way, we couldn't place Winded on him because they do have the Mystic Shroud. Next on She-Hulk's turn, we're going to use Burst of Speed, and then we're going to try to take out the enemy agent. So we begin with a Hammering Blow, and then our hopes is to follow that up with a Life-Shattering Stomp. So far so good, the first part is successful, and now it's time for the moment of truth. Now a lot of things could go wrong, and they usually do against this team, but everyone cross your fingers and let's hope for the best. And away we go. Okay, so we did knock out Agent Sinister, and now hopefully we can win this one. By the way, this agent isn't even level 300, but it doesn't even matter because he may be the luckiest human on the face of the earth. Watch this, right after using the signpost, we get hit with the lead hacking skills and have to immediately skip our turn. Then our Medusa gets to attack, and after some debate, we're going to go ahead and settle on using Headbang, and even though we're going to target Psylocke, I just knew that Deadpool was going to protect. It's one of those times in PvP where you just know something bad is going to happen. But then you tell yourself, well, what's the worst that could happen? And sure enough, we use Headbang, it's going to get protected against, and then Deadpool's also going to counterattack with sharp pointy things. Oh, but that's not all, he's also going to proc a Whine on the Forums, and then counterattack, which kills Medusa entirely. At this point, you may be seeing why this is an outtake, but you know what? You'll want to keep watching this one. It's going to go from bad to worse. She-Hulk gets the mental coordination treatment, and now she only has 5,500 health remaining. Out of almost desperation and sheer horror, I decide to go ahead and use Motion Granite on Deadpool. I thought, hey, we could really use a stun about now. What we didn't need was a counterattack finish, but that's exactly what we got. Thanks a lot, Producer Woods. We all know he favors Deadpool. So now that it's my agent versus the world, you probably see what's coming in this one. But don't count those chickens yet, cause we ain't giving up. That's right, I'll pull out all those sayings on you. It ain't about the size of the fight in the dog or dog in the fight or something. Yeah, that's right, we got this. By the way, I know the saying, so you don't have to put in the comments below, but I'm sure you will. But anyways, after using our Desperation Hotshot, we do luckily stun Wade Wilson, not to be confused with one of my other favorite comic characters, Slade Wilson. Then Psylocke thankfully gives us a break, and so we will use Signpost, and then we have a few options. We can use the Light Fantastic, Improbability Filled, or the Blackest Void. I bet you won't guess which one we're going to use. Believe it or not, it's going to be the Blackest Void. This is going to finally remove all the enemy's buffs, and best case scenario, they may end up attacking each other. By the way, we also suffered from another elite hacking skills, which could be a huge problem. But hey, Deadpool hit Psylocke with a no holds barred, and so I feel like we already won. Alright, cut the video, this one's over. Move along, there's nothing else to see here. Alright, we'll finish it. Let's go ahead with another hotshot, and remember, we do this all while being hacked. Deadpool attacks us with a bang bang bang, but luckily it doesn't do a huge amount of damage. Then Psylocke does take her stun, and believe it or not, we never take that buggy proc, so hopefully as a finale, we're going to use Atom Smasher. This is of course going to do enough damage, but Deadpool does manage to stay alive. I'm telling you, this one ends up being a serious nail biter, and somehow we managed to win it. So that's going to be it for our Outtakes video, and I hope you enjoyed the extra footage. If you did, make sure you leave a like, because this is something I'd like to do from time to time. Also, please comment and make sure to subscribe to my second channel, because this is normally where I'll post those bloopers and outtake videos. Then lastly, I want to thank you all for watching, and until next time, good luck and take care.